Flosstube, I'm DeeAnna and welcome to my channel, So Sunny Days, where I show you my cross stitch and quilting projects and progress. So first of all, this is my second YouTube Flosstube video. I rewatched the first one and I realized how many mistakes I made and things I repeated, so I want to apologize for that. I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who watched me and subscribed and left such nice comments. This is why I love this community, is because everybody is so kind and encouraging. I wanted to say a special thank you to Kathy from it's Crafty Cat Stitcher. She has her Flosstube. She did a special shout out to me in my first video, and she said some really kind things, and I just really appreciated it. It was very thoughtful. But first of all, I did want to say I do go through everything and put in the details of the video everything that I've talked about, pretty much that I can think of that I could find and link to. So if I did make a mistake, I go back and I put it in the details, the correct thing. And one of those was one of the quilts I showed you was from Modernly Morgan. It's called the Burn Bright quilt. I can't remember what I called it before, but it was this one, and I just wanted to correct that. So it's a Burn Bright quilt. But first, let's go through. I have, let's talk about what's been going on. I wanted to do a video sooner than this, but life happened, and it's hard for me to get a whole lot done in a short amount of time. It takes me a while to accumulate things to show you, but I hope to do videos every 2 to 3 weeks or so if I can. What's been going on? My son turned 1, Boone. He had his first birthday. It was just a quiet day. It was pretty dreary out, so we couldn't do much, so we just played inside and popsicles and treats and spoiled him that way. And then over the weekend we just went to the beach with the grandparents, had a beach day, and then had a picnic after. We have a state park nearby that has access to beach. There's a campsite, there's pond, splash pad, playgrounds, all kinds of stuff. So we grilled out and had hot dogs and cake and all that. I did his cake smash session in my studio. If you want to see some of that, you can go over to my photography page, the blog there. It's called pinkpelicanphotography.com, and I will post a blog post about his session. It's not there yet, but I'll have it there probably tonight. And what else? We are on day 2 of potty training. We have to get it done. That's how I feel about that. We just have to get it done. It's been hard. What else? Oh, they both had their first dentist appointments. They both did great. So that was something to check off the list. And that's pretty much about it. What's going on here? Just wrangling little ones. Staying afloat. Doing projects. Doing photo sessions. Editing away. All that. Let's get into FFOs. I have a couple FFOs for you. This is Dexter, the golden I was telling you about. My first FFO, fully finished, is the Shannon Christine Designs Pumpkin Spice. And if you remember me telling you, I did it on the Stone Gingham 14 count Ada, and I fully finished it. So I found this wooden pumpkin shape at Hobby Lobby. It's in the fall section. I spray painted it orange. And then I found the bows at Hobby Lobby. This bow is from Walmart. It was like one of those bows that was already done. It's really cute. And then this little pumpkin is from Dollar Tree. I found some fabric at Hobby Lobby, the brown fabric and the orange rickrack. And then I just mounted them on sticky board, and it's fully finished, and I'm so happy with it. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And I think it turned out really cute. So this is already hanging up, even though I'm not really ready to decorate for fall. It's hanging up in my house because it's really cute and I don't want to put it away, so it's just staying up for now, till Christmas, right? Till Christmas. My next fully finished is a quilt, and this is the one I told you that was at the Long Armor last time I had the video, my first video. This is the Stars and Stripes quilt from Thimble Blossoms. This is the quilt along that I followed, and it uses the Bonnie and Camille fabric. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love this quilt. So I'm sorry if it has any smudges or fur on it or anything. It lays on our couch and it gets used, and my kids cuddle and play with it and play peekaboo and tents and all that. Let me get it right side up. Let me see if I can back up. So I did order a fabric pack from it off Etsy because I really just loved this fabric. And then the backing fabric is a navy and white polka dot that I found at Walmart for like $4. So you can't beat that for backing. And then I did have it long arm quilted with horizontal wavy lines. I really thought that made sense for the quilt because it's very summertime and it is akin to a flag waving, or it reminded me of like waves at the beach. I love it. So I'm very happy with this, and it has the stripe binding. So really beautiful. It turned out great. I did make the matching pillow for it, and here's how it turned out. The extra flag. So there's the matching pillow, and then I just did a folded back so that I can reuse the pillow insert and make more pillows for seasonal, and just replace and wash the cover when needed. The second, or the last FFO I have to show you is that Infinite Hearts quilt that I had, my first video I had just cut the fabric and I actually finished it. It is so cute. This is going to be a gift for a family who is expecting a little girl next month, so I need to get it to them. And I just, let's see, I'll get you the full picture. So this is the crib size. I made the scrappy version. I found fabric from Hobby Lobby and Joann's and used that. And then the background, the white fabric is a, I don't think you can see it, but it is a white on white rainbow. Maybe you can see it, from the Shine On series. I had some of it. I bought it just because I loved it and I knew I would want to use it at some point, and I thought it would be perfect for baby quilts, and so I used some of that. And then this is the back. I even remembered to add my label that I found at Etsy. So really cute, just an iron-on. And so I'm so happy. I quilted it straight lines, horizontal and vertical, 2 inches apart. Kept it simple, and then I did the scrappy binding with the fabric I had left over, so I didn't have to buy anything extra. So I'm so glad I got that checked off my list, and it turned out beautiful. I did go ahead and make an extra block, which I will turn into a pillow. I have the filler, the 12-inch size. I just need to do the backing. I do want to quilt the top similar to the quilt and then finish that. Because I have a rocking chair in my baby's nursery, and it's really sweet to have that sitting on the rocking chair while the quilt is hung over the side of the crib. So I think that'll be really cute. All right. So whips. Let's go through whips. First of all, the Bats and Booze Stitch Along, which is the mystery series from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't have it printed out, so I'm just going to show you the digital version. I have been working on that and I've been keeping up with it. So here's mine. I'm using the called for colors on DMC, or for DMC. And the fabric I'm using is 14 count Aida, Hazy Gray by Fabric Flare. And it does have modeling, which I love. I think that unfortunately, because the project is so small, you're gonna lose it a little bit once it's finished, but I'm okay with that because I think it's beautiful and all the colors pop. So the last thing we have to do is next week they'll come out with the border. I'll do that and then it'll be finished. And then I do have an idea of how I want to fully finish it. So I love that. The next whip I have is the Seasoned in Chalk Halloween by Priscilla Blaine and Hands On Design. This is from the 2016 Cross Stitch magazine, Seasons in Chalk. And this is how far I've gotten on it. To be honest, I have put it aside because I've been working on the Bats and Boos instead of this. And then once the Bats and Boos is finished, the cross stitch, I will pick back up with this and continue with it. But I think it's really cute how it's turning out. I like it on the black and I'm excited to see it finished eventually. But the next whip that I have is the Flea Market Flowers. This is one, for me, the Bats and Boos has really taken over because I want to keep up with that so that it's done in time for Halloween. And all the others, aside from the Halloween and cross stitch Seasons in Chalk, are there's not really a deadline to those, so I work on them as I want to. This is the Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. This is how far I've gotten. You can see I'm working on the center. There's still my needle's still in it, but I'm using the what Lori Holt recommended on the pattern. I'm using the Barley Lugana. I think it's 25 count, and then I'm using the called for DMC colors. I really love this one. It's just slow, lots of changing out thread colors and all that, but it's really beautiful. And then the last whip that I have is the Farmhouse Christmas series that I'm working on. I'm starting in the center because I want to very much make sure that I have enough fabric around the outside when the whole thing is finished. I don't want to cheat myself on either end. And I don't want to have to start on one side and then count all those squares. And then it's over 2, so it's all confusing. So I'm starting in the center. I got the fabric, I coffee dyed it. I got the largest piece of fabric that I could get. I think I'm using the white 28 count Monaco. But this is the square that I'm starting with, which is the center. It's the Grandma's Quilt. And then here's my progress on that. So I'll show you, I didn't have tea, so I just coffee dyed it, but it really turned out beautifully. Sorry it's wrinkly, it's hard to tell, but there's nice modeling on it, and I think it'll help the colors really pop. But it's not too dark. I don't want it to be too dark, but just enough. This is something that I work on every Sunday. So every Sunday in the evening, I work on this one. And my goal is to do 1 block a month. And so I think I'll be able to achieve that, seems like so far. So those are my whips. Next, we will go into my haul. I'm getting in trouble for this part. I don't know about you, but I want to stitch everything, and then I want to think about how I want to finish it, and then I see all these cute ideas, and I'm like, oh, I have to have it. So I try to pace myself though, you know, budget, there's a budget. But anyway, I like the idea of having the seasonal things that I can change out. So I came across the Lizzie Cape. I'm sure everybody knows about Lizzie Cape. I'm sure you've heard of these. The Flip It stamp, just like small monthly cross stitches. And so I got August. I haven't gotten to it, so I'll probably save that one. But I got August, September. I'm hoping to start this one within the next week or so. I have to get the floss for it. October. I didn't get November. I don't know why. December. I'll order it. I just didn't get it yet. And then January. So those are the ones I've got to start with. I want to do all of the months. And then I got this little board from Stamp Etc. on Facebook. I think it will be the perfect size for it. And my thoughts are I'm going to finish all of my cross stitch on this board and just switch them out every month. And I want to hang it next to, I have a wall calendar hanging up that I write all the appointments and everything on. And I want to hang this near it along with some other seasonal cross stitch things that I've found that I want to stitch. I am very much a calendar, planner, notes person. I always have been. I feel like I achieve a lot if I can check something off my list, or if I write it down, it doesn't have to stay in my head. It's pretty much my brain dump. So if I can make it cute, even better. I did run to Hobby Lobby and I found a little kit to make covered buttons. So I'm excited to try that for some of my finishes. I also saw this little board in the fall section. It's really small. I thought it would be cute for a small finish. And then some cross stitch things that I got are the Madame Chantilly Seasons in the jar. I just love this. I think it's so cute. I did see where somebody on Instagram, instead of putting it all into one piece, they stitched them into individual pieces. And I think that's what I want to do, so I can also hang it next to my calendar. That would be really cute. And then I found this one in my mom's stash. It's Sue Hillis Designs. Good Night is what it's called. And I thought, I probably am gonna feel like stitching something Christmassy soon. And I think this is what it will be. It looks really easy, but it's really cute. And it also comes with that charm. So, found that one. My mom never stitched it. The last stitchy pattern I got that I want to do is the Stitchy Stars by Lori Holt. I have the fabric. I think I'm going to use the Heritage from her line. I think it's a Heritage Lugana. I'm also wondering, I haven't seen anybody stitch it on gray yet, and I'm curious. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm not sure if I want to keep those colors. I like the patriotic look. I'm not sure about the pink, but I don't know what I would do to switch it out. I'm not planning to start this one anytime soon just because I don't know what I want to do. But once I figure that out, I will start it because I love it. And I did go ahead and get the paddle from Stitch Etc., which it will fit on. I saw, I think it was Priscilla that did a finish on this paddle, but it was the whitewashed, and I loved it, and I wanted to do it on the navy blue. So Stitch Etc., they have all kinds of stuff. The last couple things are more fabric related for quilting. Like I told you before, I like to make project bags for the cross stitches that I work on. I don't remember if I showed you last time, but the project bag that I made for flea market flowers to sit in, I don't think I showed it to you. It's the Balboa. I had a Balboa mini charm pack, so I used that and just did a patchwork design. And then I had this blue fabric in my stash. And so I just followed, there's a tutorial on Fat Quarter Shop's YouTube. I did similar, I didn't follow it exactly, but I did the same design. And then I did get the little charm for flea market flowers because I thought it was so cute. Sorry, it's blurry, but. So that's what I put my flea market flowers in. I love this bag. And when I was ordering the Bats and Boos Quilt Along fabric on their website, I saw this one and I had to get it. And so I haven't started that quilt yet for Bats and Boos. I'm very behind on it. I wanted to make sure that the Infinite Hearts one was finished first. But now that that's done, I'm going to cut into this fabric probably today or tomorrow and get it started. And then whatever I have left over with scraps from that, I'm going to make a Halloween project bag with this and the scrap fabric from the Bats and Boos. But this is just so cute. I could see some cute fussy cutting for quilts with that. And then I have, like I showed you last time, the Bats and Boos quilt. I was one that didn't get the black fabric with the bats on it. So I was bummed because I liked that the bat fabric was gonna go on the bat block. So I went to Joann's and I found a fabric that I could use instead. So I'm gonna use that. And then I saw on Instagram, somebody who's working on the Bats and Boos quilt did more of a patchy version, or a scrappy version, scrappy version. And I love scrappy quilts. I love the character. So I found this fabric at Joann's as well. And I thought it'd be cute to pair this with the orange fabric that came in the kit for the pumpkins. So I'm gonna do that. And then I got the backing fabric for the quilt, which are these cute little skeletons. So I'm excited to start that. I think it's gonna be so cute. I think everything's cute. Why else would I do it if it wasn't cute? Anyway, so those are, we went through FFOs, whips, finishes, haul. So I guess the last thing is my goals for the next 2 or 3 weeks till I come back and visit you is I want to start the Bats and Boos quilt, try to catch up. I need to catch up on the block of the month. It's the Springbrook Blossoms quilt with coriander quilts. I did the first 2 months of that and I need to catch up. I think there's been 3 out now that I haven't done yet. I'm just using fabrics from my stash for that. So I want to catch up on that, do the Bats and Boos, and then keep stitching away on my things that I have in progress. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining me again. I hope there was some inspiration or that you could use, and I'll see you next time.